Do you see how candles show the push and pull between buyer and seller, like lovers in a dance of doubt and urgency? Why does the body feel like certainty and the shadows feel like secrets? Can you trust a tool that doesn't show new information, but somehow tells a richer truth? Why is it that once you've seen the markets in candlelight, bar charts feel like shadows of what they once were? What happens to your confidence when you stop guessing and start listening? Can you still fall for every market whisper when the candle shows you who screamed, who whispered, and who stood frozen? Isn't it strange how traders, when failing, often abandon reason to chase novelty instead of discipline? Why is it so hard to believe what you see, when what you see contradicts everything others are saying? Why does it feel safer to follow the crowd, even when the candle says to turn away? What if every good analyst fails because they can't transform their insight into action? What if the real challenge isn't analysis, but conviction? Can you trust a system that demands patience when panic feels natural? Can you believe a pattern when the news says otherwise? What would it take for you to stay with a sound method during the storm, and not just in the sunshine? What if Japanese candlestick charts are the anchor you didn't know you were missing, the calm center in a whirlwind of headlines, data, and noise? Isn't it beautiful that nothing about the data changes, yet everything about its meaning shifts? Can four numbers, open, high, low, close, really hold the full emotional history of a trading day? What do you feel when you see the real body rise like a confident breath, or shrink like a stifled whisper? Do you notice how a long upper shadow might betray regret? How a lower shadow can expose a buyer's hidden strength? Why do you think some traders call those shadows hair and tails? Isn't it strangely intimate, almost human? What stories are hiding in those shadows, those flickers of price that nearly happened but didn't? What makes a candlestick chart more seductive to your eyes than the rigid discipline of bars? Is it because it mirrors the chaos and grace within you, more than numbers ever could? Can you fall in love with a chart that shows you not just where price has been, but where it hesitated, where it changed its mind? Isn't that what we all do, change our minds at the last second, on the edge of fear or possibility? Could you ever go back to a world where bar charts are enough, once you've tasted the visual poetry of candles? What if the difference between a good trade and a great one is nothing more than seeing a small reversal pattern just in time? What if the market has always been trying to talk to you, but you were reading the wrong language? What happens when you learn to see every trading day not as chaos but as choreography? Could you look at your screen and see not data, but emotion, conflict, resolution, surrender?